No, like a...
Oh.
Yes, lovely to be here, Maggie. Lovely to be here in Tampa. Let me start. I'd like to start with a few greetings in our native language, Māori, from the place called New Zealand, down under there. You know where Australia is? Well, it's not there, it's over here. We're part of Polynesia. So let me just begin by saying a few words. Let me think of a few words. Ti he Māori ora. Ka tangi te ti, ka tangi te ka tangi hoki kua hau ti he Māori ora. E ngā mana, e ngā reo. Kua haere mai nei ki roto i tēnei whare ki te whakarongo ki a māua ko Daniel. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou. Me mihi anō ki ngā maunga, ki ngā awa, ki te moana hoki e rere nei kaimuri. Tēnā koutou katoa. Mai o te aroa māua, e mihi kaunua i hoki a koutou katoa. Tēnā tātou katoa. I give greetings from New Zealand on behalf of Daniel and I. From the mountains and the rivers and the oceans, we pay tribute to the mountains, the rivers and the ocean of this land. I also pay tribute to the tangata whenua, you, the people of this land. Greetings, salutations, and felicitations from two Māori boys from New Zealand. Kia ora. You'll learn one word. Kia ora. Kia ora. Very good. That means hello, thank you. What else does it mean? Means good things. Have a good day. Have a nice day. Kia ora. So lovely to be here in Tampa Bay. My first time here, Maggie. But I've got a little favor to ask everybody to start things off, if that's okay. I got to get my phone out. You know what? I got to do this. It's my brother's birthday today. His name is Jason Momoa. Have you heard of Jason Momoa? He was Aquaman, for those of you who don't know. See Aquaman? Well, it's his birthday today, so why don't we all sing him happy birthday? Would that be all right? Do you know the words? Let's just go with the words. Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear Jason, happy birthday to you. Okay, we all got the words? Okay, hang on, I'm going to put my video on, and I'll start it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Jason. Happy birthday to you. Yeah! Hang on. That was a little bit flat. Gonna have to pick it up a little bit more excitement. And we'll start it one more time. We call it take two. Take two, okay?
Let's really take one. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jason. Happy birthday to you. Aloha, brother. Aloha from Tampa Bay. Happy birthday, bro. Thank you for everything. Woo! Thank you again. Okay, that takes care of my next contract. He puts me in all his movies. And actually, today, August the 1st, Daniel, is the day that our new show comes out on Apple Plus TV. Apple Plus TV. Apple Plus TV. The 1st of August. It's the 1st today?
Yep, it is.
So, yeah. So why are you all here? Shouldn't we be at home watching our new series? It's called Chief of War. So look out for that one. Polynesian story, something you've never seen before. And very excited about this project. So we've just been on a big media kind of thing, you know, telling everybody about it. So we appreciate that. And here we are. Lovely to be back in Tampa Bay. You've been here before?
I have, like 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, without you.
Without me. How can you come here without me, brother?
I've been waiting for my dad. I've been waiting for my dad.
Well,
But now we're together.
You haven't been back to New Zealand for quite some time.
No, every time I go back, they treat me like Santa Claus. It's like, hey, what'd you bring us? Not, hey, you made it.
Okay, yes. So I got a bit of family like that too. Hey! But really, really good to see you, mate.
You too.
Good to see you put on some weight. Is that to get rid
Put on
of those
some
baby look features, baby face features?
I think I put on more of some white. You know, I'm starting to go gray.
Yeah. But don't show them that part up there.
Hey.
Oh, okay. No, apparently he's going a bit bald over here.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And he's trying to hide it away.
Yeah.
At his age. So anyway.
My
I wasn't
comb
supposed to
over.
tell you that.
I've got a 7-year-old. That's what I'm blaming it on, my 7-year-old.
Okay. Maggie, we'll get you something to do soon. So you just hang out there. We'll figure out something for you to do soon. So, yeah. Okay, and lovely to be here and see everybody. And I think, how's the Buccaneers doing? Are they still doing pretty good, aren't they, the Buccaneers?
Oh.
You know, I was doing a secret show without you knowing about it. It was called The Book of Boba Fett. But funnily enough,
How dare you?
we couldn't say The Book of Boba Fett for some reason. We had to come up with a code name because it was going to be a surprise. And the code name was Buccaneer, funnily enough.
The Book of Buccaneers.
Well, it was just Buccaneer. That was the new show we were coming out. But that was the code name.
Wait, so the Buccaneers play for Tampa Bay?
Tampa Bay, yeah. That's a football team here. Yeah. What are Buccaneers?
I knew that.
What are Buccaneers? Are they like pirates?
Like pirates, yeah.
But real pirates or something? Why don't they call them pirates?
There's another team called the Pirates too, right?
Ah. Buccaneers, okay, Buccaneers.
I like
Pirates.
that it says it too. We're the Buccaneers.
Yeah, what's the other team called? Basketball. No good. Oh, okay.
Hey, mine knows their sports.
What about baseball? Okay, very good.
Okay, what about rugby team?
They never heard of rugby. Rugby's like the American football without all the helmets, without all the pads. We play that down in New Zealand and Australia. That's why we're all a bit loopy from all those head injuries. Did you play?
Yeah, that's how I got into acting.
What, through rugby?
Yeah. How long have you known me? You didn't know this?
I didn't even know you could play rugby. Were you the water boy or the what?
Someone had to play the water boy. Yeah, I was part of the team. I got the trophy with everyone else.
Well, you know, the All Blacks, they start the game of rugby by doing what we call the haka. Mm-hmm. The haka is like a dance to scare the opponent. Yeah, we maybe want to do it at the end of this. Maybe? Do you remember? We should have had a practice. Maybe we should have had a practice. Okay, I think it's time for you to say something. Otherwise,
yes.
Otherwise,
Hey,
otherwise you'll be
enjoying
just
the
sitting
show.
around there doing nothing. So maybe she can do something now.
Yes.
Okay.
I will speak on command.
Maybe Maggie can do the haka. We can all
Happily watch. No.
Maggie, I flew in from New Zealand last night, and my ears haven't cleared. So when someone asks a question, you might have to tell me it,
Yes.
and you too. So anyway, but I'm here anyway.
I will kick things off with a question
Hey,
for both of you.
what do you call a bear with no ears?
A what?
You really can't hear. A bear with no ears.
A bear.
A bear with no ears.
Like Yogi Bear, big bear in the forest.
But with no ears.
With no ears. Hang on, a bear with no ears.
The-
Beer. Yeah, no
A bear.
ears. No,
I just got told that
no.
at my table. I thought it was the funniest thing ever.
No.
My dad, I got dad jokes now. I'm like, I'm going home and tell my son that.
What was the crunch? What was the line? I missed it. What?
A bear. Bear.
I don't get it. I don't like that joke.
Don't worry. I only thought about it because you said your ears weren't working.
Well, don't tell any more jokes, please.
I thought it was the greatest thing I've ever heard.
I was trying to get Maggie to do something and say something here, but you're interrupting.
You told a
Can you
great
shut up
joke.
for a little bit? Okay, carry on. Carry on, Maggie.
I want to take it all the way back, and I want to know, what was the casting process like for both of you for Star Wars?
The casting process.
Was there an audition? Was it like you were reached out to and like I know it was before sending tapes, but I want to know what that process was like for both of you.
Okay, well, I should start this because once they cast me, they had to go look for a little guy and an in-between guy. So what happened? Funny, I was in Los Angeles, and I got a fax. Can you remember a fax? Like a paper thing that came out of a machine and a fax.
Half the crowd says yes, the other crowd say what the
And I'm looking at this fax paper, and it had, "You've got a meeting with Robin Gerlin, the casting person for Star Wars." And below it had where to meet her, and it was the Bellage Hotel on the 10th floor at 2 p.m.
in LA.
in Los Angeles. And guess where I was staying?
In that hotel.
In the Bellage Hotel on the 9th floor.
Wow.
I immediately looked up. She's up there somewhere. And
That's how good of a bounty hunter you were. You were
yeah, no,
already
it's
there.
funny. I just happened to be in the right place at the right time. How about that? And then I remember going in to say hello. I knew it was a big deal because Star Wars. We all heard of kind of Star Wars. I said, "Ooh, this could be my big break." And I went in and met her, and she had a video camera, and we sat there and we had a lovely chat about everything, life in New Zealand and who she was, who I was. And there was no questions or dialogue to read, nothing. And then I walked out of the meeting and go, "Oh, that was strange. That was just a nice little chat." Then, about a month or two later, I was back in New Zealand and the phone rings. Of course, I answered the phone. "Hello." "Yes, Tim, it's Robin Gerlin here from Star Wars." "Yes, Robin." Now I'm starting to get a bit excited, just in case. "Yes." And she was saying, "We'd love you to play the role of Jango Fett." "Yes!" And I screamed. And I went, who's Jango Fett?" But anyway, she told me to, watch some of the older programs and the older films back then. And there was a guy called Boba Fett. And so later on, I got to watch all these other movies. And I didn't see Boba Fett on any of them until, what was the other one? He turned up in Empire Strikes Back. So I had to watch that one too. Now I'm watching Empire Strikes Back. And then there he turns up for not very long. He was in and out. Oh, I thought, he wasn't in the movie for very long, but anyway. And that's how it all kind of came about. And then Robin eventually made her way down to New Zealand to look for a younger kind of clone.
Hang on, you gotta tell them about the journey that you guys went on to find the younger.
That's right. Good point. So we had to go looking around different parts of New Zealand. And I was driving with Robin. And then I was speeding down to a place called Hamilton to look for Bodie. Actually, we were going to meet this Bodie guy, who I didn't even know at the time. And then this police car goes flying past this way, and I'm flying this way. Next minute, I see the lights go on. And I look at my rear vision mirror, and I see him turning around, but I didn't want to tell Robin.
He has the casting director in the car.
Yeah, so I'm slowing down a bit. Then I could see the cop behind me, and Robin notices the lights. And she said, "I'm sure that policeman wants you to pull over." And I said, "Yes, I think he does too. Sorry about this, Robin. We'll have to pull over." So we pull over. Then I wind the window down. The officer comes to the window. And
That's on the other side of the car, so you got to remember the window's on this side.
So I'm winding down the window, and the officer goes, and before he said anything, actually I said, "Officer, this is your lucky day. Do you know who this woman is?" He said, "I have no idea, sir." "This woman is casting for Star Wars. Which part would you like, officer?" He still gave me a ticket. So he didn't get any part. And then later on, we found this guy. And then I think we had a little, did you come in for an audition and do some words and all of that stuff?
So they gave me the script of Anakin Skywalker. So I was originally meant to play Anakin, the older version. But they said I was too good looking, so they gave me the character Boba Fett. No, I had the same as you.
Okay.
So they called me up, and same thing. No script. Just got to go in and basically have a meeting, tell them who I am and my passions and my special talents. Well, I was really good at all the rest besides the special talent. I didn't know what I was special at. So I just made something up. And I just seen episode 1 for the very first time, and I saw Darth Maul. And I saw the double-handed lightsaber. So when she said, do I have any special talents? I figured, wow, I'm going to be Darth Maul. So I was like, yeah, I can do something called the Taiaha. She's like, what's the Taiaha? And I was like, oh, it's this war dance we do with a stick, and I can do it amazingly. I've got, I'm rated number 5 in New Zealand, and which I wasn't. And so then she made me run around her hotel room, basically like I was the Star Wars kid on YouTube, pretending like I had the stick in my hand, swinging around like Darth Maul. And at the end of it, she's like, okay, thank you, we'll be in touch. And kind of like Tam, I just thought, all right, well, this was great. Probably not going to hear anything. And like 3 months later, yeah, they gave me a call and said I got the role of Boba Fett. I didn't know what Star Wars was at the time. But what they said to me was, you're going to be playing the son of Jango Fett, who's going to be played by Temuera Morrison. And I didn't know who George Lucas was, Ewan McGregor, Hayden Christensen, none of them. But I did know who Temuera Morrison was. He was the biggest thing in New Zealand because he was a gateway to the rest of us actors in New Zealand to have belief in ourselves that we could make it outside of our country, especially in Hollywood. And so the only person I wanted to meet who was going to be my father was this guy right here. And then he walked on set, and I remember just having that fangirl moment. I'm like the light shined behind him, that music came out, and I'm all, it's Temuera Morrison. And yeah, I could care less about anyone else. I just wanted to meet this guy. And he goes,
And this guy turns up on set, and he's like a parrot. And it talks.
I stuck
like
to him
this.
like
It talks
glue.
like this. And then we had a like moment, and Daniel's, he's had I wouldn't say a blessed upbringing, but he's had his trials and tribulations, and he could have been at other kind of conventions, but he's at Star Wars conventions, and we really got on well. I said, son, Daniel, just call me Dad, and I'll just call you my son, and we've been kind of like that since. Yeah. And how old were you back then? Just I can't remember. Year 2000.
13. Yeah, I grew up.
13.
13. Yeah.
Wow.
I've
You
known him
look
most of
3, but.
Well,
I
was a normal-sized kid. Back then in the early 2000s, 13-year-olds looked like 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
Now 13-year-olds look like 19-year-olds.
And then we filmed Attack of the Clones in Sydney at the Fox studios there. And it was just, it was unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it. The sets were the size of this room, a couple of times bigger, some of them, and blue and green screens everywhere. It was just a massive. It was quite massive for us too, because even in New Zealand, when we were doing a film or TV, it might be a couple of trucks down the road and a wardrobe thing over there, and that's about it. But the scale of it was just huge, wasn't it? Remember those days on set?
You know what? It was. I remember it like it was yesterday. It was the greatest time of my life, being 13. But I'd always look to him like, hey, Dad, because we used to call each other son, or we still do. Like, he's like, hello, son. And I got a son now, and he's like, how's my grandson? And he's like, hey, let me sign a couple autographs for my grandson to make sure he's going to be all right. But
that's good. That's important.
I would ask him, like, hey, Dad, so what are we going to do in this scene? And he's like, just look cool, son. And I'm like, okay, Dad. And I'll just look behind him like.
That's right. I remember that. That's right, because we used to do, like when you're doing some scenes in Star Wars, you're literally on these chairs like this, right, son? And there's no spaceship even.
No.
You just saw it, and then they got a lever there maybe, and you got to go like this. Okay, there's an asteroid, those other planets coming at you. So I'm going like this. And I'm looking over to see what Daniel's doing, and he's sort of going. He's kind of looking around like this. He's looking everywhere else but where the camera is. Son, pay attention. Son, there's the camera over there. There's the camera over there. Okay, look cool. Just look cool, okay? Look cool. Hey, there was a bit of that, wasn't it? Yeah.
You know what? That was one of the best scenes in the whole entire movie, that asteroid chase.
It was.
It really was.
And I don't think they spent enough time with me and my girlfriend, Zam.
No, that went quick.
No, because, we were having quite a good thing going on there, me and Zam. And our spaceship was cool.
She could have been my mom.
And
what a weird. That was weird. Anakin's no dad. I got no mom.
What about that part in Star Wars where he goes, I'm your father? Do you remember that?
Well, I mean, I got for my whole life.
That one, Maggie? That's when everyone went, whoa, what?
You know what's funny is that growing up, people really truly think that he's my father. And I grew up without one. So I said, he probably could. New Zealand was so small, we only had 2 million when I grew up. Like,
Okay, another question over here, please.
I actually, I see that we have some fan questions, it looks like, so we can,
Some fan questions.
we have some fan questions over
Okay,
here.
just got one rule here. No Star Wars questions. No, just joking. Just joking. We'll try the best we can anyway.
Just wanted to say thank you guys for coming to Tampa. Really enjoyed, saw a couple YouTube clips of Star Wars Celebration in Japan, and didn't know you guys were so funny. So really enjoyed seeing you guys interact on panels and stuff.
Were you over there?
I wasn't, but I saw it on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
But it,
Oh, did they?
yeah.
Yeah, that's right. We were over there, and we come out like, remember when we came out, we tried to do something Maori, do the haka, through the smoke even. It blew them all away, I thought. Anyway, something different. Thank you very much for that question.
Any- yeah.
Oh, sorry, he's still here.
Anyways, we missed both you guys in Star Wars projects. Is there any plans for you guys to show up in any future Star Wars
No.
films or shows at the moment? Maybe Heir to the Empire or something like that?
No, I think we really have to treasure those moments we did spend on Star Wars.
whoa. I still got an opportunity here.
Have you? Hang on.
I could possibly play the live action Omega. You have a daughter now.
Okay, very good. Very good. Okay,
Any-
there is hope for this guy.
Any way we could petition you to, Lucasfilm, like, hey, we got to give these guys some jobs here. So,
That would be
Omega.
great if you'd all send a fax or a letter
yeah.
or an email to those powers to be. I'm sure they'd love to hear from every one of you. Please give Daniel and Temuera Morrison another chance and put them somewhere in the next...
Omega. Omega. No, you know what? The crazy part is with Star Wars, you don't know about filming anything until like a week or maybe 2 or even less than that, right? But the thing is Tim is the most greediest person in Star Wars. He's played so many characters that he's got the most characters in the whole of Star Wars. If you go down the line from Jango, Boba, all of the clones, Rex, Cody, Fives, he's got the most characters in Star Wars. Do you guys know? Can you, right?
Didn't really think of it like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
He literally he's played the most characters in all of Star Wars.
I know one thing, though. When they gave me the job of Boba Fett
We don't talk about
in the
that.
book of Boba, I said, don't tell Daniel Logan, please.
And they didn't.
Please don't tell Daniel. I'm sure he'll want to play this role.
No, not at all, Tim. No.
But anyway,
Actually, you know what the funniest thing was? For all my life coming out here, when they had all these other people that were saying they was going to play Boba Fett with all these different directors, I petitioned. If it wasn't going to be a younger character, it should be Temuera Morrison, because Boba Fett was a clone of Jango Fett. Jango Fett is technically what the adult version of Boba Fett looked like, right? There was only one person that could have played him in the adult version, and that was Temuera Morrison. So then, no, that's the truth, because I don't know how Omega's going to end up looking when she gets of Boba Fett's age, but so I got
we
called.
answer his question, did we?
Are there any plans for you guys to show up in future Star
There's
Wars
going to be
projects?
plenty of opportunity, especially for this guy. I mean, especially where they're going
to see
with
you guys, for
with
sure.
the era of Star Wars, like the Ahsokas and stuff like that. They're set after Return of the Jedi, right? So you've got opportunities for Rex, Cody, especially in their older ages and stuff like that.
Any lined up currently? No.
He's saying, is there anything else you're filming that you're not telling me about?
No, besides that Chief of War that I mentioned earlier, that's the new one that's out for me at the moment. Actually, I did a movie too with Carl Urban and Priyanka Chopra. It's called The Bluff. That'll be out soon, I think. And then I've just completed my own cooking show.
There you go.
How about that?
This is
You know
not.
that, Daniel?
This is not just a cooking show, though. This shows cultural cooking that have been passed down from generations.
Yes.
So it's not just a cooking show. It's a different culture. Oh, sorry. You go ahead.
Well, back in the day, well, we still do today, Polynesian style, we light a fire, put the volcanic rocks on top. The Hawaiians call it a imu, we call it a hangi. We heat the rocks up for a couple of hours till they're white hot. We take all the ashes out. By this time, the rocks have gone into a little pit.
Wait. First, you dig a pit.
And then we put the meat on top of the white rocks, white hot rocks, and then vegetables on top. Then we cover it with banana leaves, then some dirt, and we go back a couple of hours later to reveal it all. And we call it a hangi, but it's probably known as an earth oven.
Yeah.
So that's the name of the show. It should be on a aeroplane sometime soon, under documentary section. Earth oven.
You went to like the Middle East or something.
And I went around all around the world to see who else,
How
they do their
traditionally
earth
cooked.
oven. Went to Chile, Mexico, Santiago, even went to Jordan. They do one in the
That's
desert.
right, Jordan.
That was interesting. Yeah, and Hawaii and even Australia, where the Aboriginals do their earth oven, the banga. Back in the old days, we used to put the enemy tribe in there, cook them up. So thank Christ, pork and lamb come along. So
Cheers, guys. Thanks.
Great question.
thank you very much for a wonderful question there, sir. Okay, this guy's got my shirt on. It's got all those helmets that you were talking about earlier.
That's all you right there.
Those are all my relations on his shirt there.
Hi, my name is Sean, and
So
you know,
no photos, please. No photos.
Oh,
What are you doing pointing a phone at me?
I was just getting a video.
Oh, okay, that's okay then.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's just been a pleasure to see you guys and meet you guys. And you know, when Attack of the Clones came out, I was 9 years old, and now I'm going to be 32 this year. So I practically grew up with you guys, you know, over the years. And it was really interesting hearing your story about the casting and how you got the parts and all that. But what was it like meeting the creator himself, George Lucas?
Well, you know, I had seen a movie, what was it called? Before Star Wars. American Graffiti. It was a cool movie because they had Harrison Ford in it. They were dragging down the strip, and there was the Wolfman Jack. I don't know, it just impinged on me at that kind of age I was when I saw American Graffiti, and I said, man, that's way cool. Then I found out George Lucas had made it, and of course he went on this other journey of Star Wars. And then to meet George was way cool, because I knew he hung out with Spielberg and Francis Coppola, and they were all doing their thing, probably going through all the schooling and all the making films by themselves and doing it, you know, on the run, all the low kind of independent stuff. So I was blown away to meet George, and I couldn't help talking about American Graffiti a lot. I just loved that film so much, and to meet George was fantastic, and he was very cool. He's very calm. Sets a nice, relaxed platform. I was a bit nervous the first day I was working with George, and that was that big scene when Obi-Wan turned up at our house on that island, Camino, and all the big waves, and we were at our apartment there. You were there. I think you were in the toilet. I think you were in the toilet. I think he was in the toilet, and he come out at the end of the scene.
I was dropping Boba in the Sarlacc
And then
pit.
I remember Obi-Wan turning up, and he was cool too to meet, because it was all on the same day. There was George directing, and there was Obi-Wan, Ewan McGregor, and there was you, there was me,
We had Rena Owens there.
and we had Rena Owen from the Once Were Warriors as well, Ton Wee, and then that cool dude who was going. He came to check out his army. But that was my first scene with all of that stuff and George. So, yeah, it was just incredible to meet him. And he wears the blue jeans and the checkered shirt and the kind of hairstyle. What do you call that hairstyle? But anyway, yeah. Like a mullet hairstyle or something. You know? But yeah, no, he was very, very kind of... Well, it looked a little bit, not quite a mullet, but yeah, it was cool. It was a cool hairstyle. What's the problem? Anyway, he might have another question.
Yeah, what was Jeremy Bullock like?
Jeremy?
Yeah, Jeremy, the original Boba Fett.
We miss Jeremy.
Yeah.
We got very close to Jeremy because normally he's sitting here with us, Maggie. And he's sitting over there. And I always used to go, "Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy?" And then he's a very good sportsman too. And he loved his cricket. I don't know if you guys have heard of that English game called cricket. Goes for 5 days and it's a draw. But anyway. He was wonderful to us, very cordial, and his lovely wife, Maureen, was always with him. And I must pay respect right now to our Boba Fett brother, because it was Jeremy that first had that outfit on and set it all up for us in a way, brought the kudos of that character, known as a mysterious, badass bounty hunter. And we had a lot of respect and a lot of love, and we shared the stage at many conventions, and also, along with people like Carl Weathers, who are no longer here too, and may pay respect. He did a lot of directing on The Mandalorian and also on Boba Fett. And he was at these conventions a lot too, and he was a very dear, dear friend. And I also want to mention we lost a beautiful woman called Shana Trippick, who was involved with she was our costume designer on The Mandalorian and the Book of Boba. And what a talent. And she suddenly passed away too, so I'd like to pay respect to those people. They've crossed over to the other side of the curtain. But sometimes I still feel that their spirit is present. And so yeah.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you very much.
Me and Tim were very blessed because we got to, when we first came out on the scene of the convention circuit, we got to be immersed with the original cast. Yep. Dave Prowse, Kenny Baker.
Kenny Baker.
Peter Mayhew.
Peter Mayhew. Even they're not here anymore. Well, Kenny used to be a funny guy.
Yeah.
Yes. He used to love us doing the haka, remember, with Kenny?
I used to love his Chardonnay as well. You
Yep.
remember? He's like, hey, get him a Chardonnay.
Slow down. He'd get on it. Suddenly he didn't know which room he was in. We had to sort of lead him back to his hotel room. I remember the elevator opening. Which room are you in, Kenny? I can't remember. What the bloody hell? Hey, we have to go back down to the reception to figure out which room this guy's in.
You guys want to
He
know
was
the
so funny.
stories? We got the stories. Yeah, but they were great.
Peter, who played Chewbacca, was a beautiful man. Is his wife still alive?
She just passed.
Was she passed away too?
Yeah,
She was sad to hear that.
was a huge-
He's a very dear friend.
Yep.
And even David Prowse
Yep.
used to sign autographs along with, he was the original Darth Vader.
He's
Yeah.
I am your father.
He was I am your father guy. That's him. But I think they used another voice.
Yes, that was
Anyway.
James Earl Jones.
Yes. Famous voice, wasn't it?
Yep.
Okay, look at this handsome guy here with the Boba Fett t-shirt on.
Yep.
That fit
Hi.
you too. That
My
t-shirt
name
would
is
fit
Cameron,
Hi, Cameron.
and this question is for Temuera. As Daniel pointed out, you've played a lot of characters in Star Wars. I just wanted to ask, did you have more fun playing Jango or Boba Fett?
Did you have more fun playing Jango or Boba?
you. I think I had more fun playing Jango Fett because,
Tell him about the rain scene with the mask.
because I used to sing a lot on set, remember?
There was a very
With
famous
an
one with the umbrella, yes.
I'm singing in the rain, and I'm doing all these old movie kind of things. I don't know where that came from, but George is waiting for me to say action, and there I am with the umbrella, singing in the rain. I'm in another movie completely. So I had a lot of fun.
Mary Poppins.
And even going to the wardrobe process and looking at my costume, that was so much fun. And I'd never been involved in anything like this before, so when Boba Fett actually came along, I thought I'd better not have too much fun and do some serious work instead of singing in the rain and all that stuff. But I remember doing that big scene in Attack of the Clones in the rain.
Yes.
You were there too.
Yeah.
Ooh. Because I'm one of these actors who likes to do his own stunts. So I'm out there doing my own stunts, having a big fight with Obi-Wan Kenobi. And then the rain starts. And I can feel the water trickling down my back. Ooh. And now it's not a very nice experience. You're getting cold. And I could see my double over there doing nothing. In fact, he was eating all the chocolate biscuits. Then I realized, I don't think anyone's going to know if who's under this helmet. So I asked the stunt double, bro, I think you better do some work. Just make me look cool, okay? Just make me look cool. I'll be over there eating the biscuits. Call me if you need me. So yeah, but I did have a lot of fun actually, to tell you the truth, on both movies. I like to have a little bit of fun. I guess you can tell that. Sometimes us actors take ourselves way too seriously, but
How about when the visor?
yeah, that's the other thing. You know, when you're wearing the helmets, it looks cool, but then you start breathing, Maggie, and you go, and now you can't see anything. And then you can hear someone waving out, and because the helmet's on your ears, now you can't hear anything. So now you're deaf and blind, and you're standing there going, I'm sure someone has said action, and I'm standing here looking like an idiot. Maybe I'll just move anyway. So I'm moving like that, pretending I'm shooting everybody. It was like this. And I was moving so good, I actually fell off the bloody stage.
But it was like 4 times, maybe 5 or 6 times as high as this is.
But that wasn't much fun anyway, because it was a bit sore falling off the stage. You go like this, trying to look cool.
He's shooting, the next minute, floof.
Yeah. But, yes, very good question, my friend.
Thank you.
Have you got a question for Daniel?
Well,
That's
I
okay.
think
Don't worry about it.
you already talked about like what it was
Okay.
like to be on.
Thank you,
set
my bro.
with-
Thank you very much.
Thank you, buddy.
We have time for about 2 more questions, I think.
Okay. This is going good, Maggie. You all happy over there?
It's going very good.
Very good, very good. Thank you for everything, by the way, too. Yeah, thank you. Awesome.
Hello.
Hello.
My name is Tild. Being these characters, even if maybe they weren't very like their culture and their backstories, maybe they weren't very developed at the time Jango Fett was first created. Did playing their characters ever make you want to interact more with how like Mandalorian culture was developed in the world of Star Wars? If you get what I'm saying.
No, I don't get what you're saying whatsoever.
Let me
Yeah.
But
translate.
Daniel will probably understand. What was he saying, Daniel?
So she was saying that because we played Mandalorians, did you get more immersed in the Mandalorian culture afterwards? Because there wasn't very much before, but there was a lot. It was just in.
I'm sure she didn't say that.
Well, I'm a huge Star Wars nerd, so I'm like, well, there was actually, Dark Horse comics and
that what you
fan-based
said?
stories.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Oh, sorry, I was wrong. Okay,
Yeah,
well, you can,
yeah, thanks.
okay. Well, give her an answer.
See, like a father, he's like, no, you're doing it all wrong. I'm like, I'm sorry. The thing is with Boba Fett, I think the fans were the ones who created so much more of his backstories and created this character that became so loved that Jeremy Bulloch portrayed. And then we just kind of came and gave more in depth of there's actually more substance, like a father and a son, and I became very much passionate about Boba Fett. I started collecting Star Wars toys after Episode 2. And I started collecting all of the original Boba Fett toys that you could basically buy. So I started researching Boba Fett. I started researching his history and the Mandalorian culture and so forth. But I think if it wasn't for people like Jeremy Bulloch and then Temuera Morrison, who brought Jango Fett to life, and then this possibility of endless clones, we wouldn't have Pedro Pascal today being able to play Mandalorian, the Mandalorian culture that now has been able to thrive through characters like Boba Fett and Jango Fett.
I think George Lucas had also been to New Zealand shooting a movie called Willow sometime before Star Wars.
They filmed Willow in New Zealand?
They filmed Willow in New Zealand, so he had a little appreciation. He was actually going to come to New Zealand to film Star Wars, but I don't think we had enough of the facility. So anyway, we were in our neighbour country, Australia, in Sydney at the Fox Judo. But I also understand he was looking for a Polynesian kind of race. You know, he kind of knew that the Polynesians were there, or maybe was it a brown skin kind of warrior race that he was kind of looking to include. And then he was looking for a good-looking Polynesian, powerful, handsome guy. And I think all roads were leading to me somehow or other. And you know, and that's what happened, I think, in a way, to answer your question. And so yes, I did not know too much about these people. Even when I got the phone call, that was quite a natural reaction. Yes, I got the part. Yes, and then I'd realize who the hell. I didn't even know who the hell Jango Fett was. So, but you know, and then I started to look into it a little bit deeper, and because it's quite a there's quite a lot going on in the galaxies, if you know what I mean, with the history and who's who and all of that stuff. So again, I'm very, very proud that I got the role of Jango, and that's why we're here today, really. So that all goes back to the casting. You know, and George keeps. I remember being with George and watching him. He'd walked into the wardrobe, and he was feeling all the material that one of the characters was going to be wearing. So he's very hands-on. He was walking around making sure he wanted the right kind of look and the right kind of texture, I think, for all the characters. So there's the director in the wardrobe department feeling the material with his hands, making sure he was happy. So, and it's quite a big deal too in terms of all the costuming, let alone the actors and let alone all the special effects and all of that too. And the other thing I found out about George too, he used to write. Most people had a computer by then and was a typewriter, and George always wrote by hand with a pen and a pencil and would write his scripts by hand. So I thought that was kind of cool. Things like that. So
It was back in the faxing days.
yeah, way back in the faxing days. So thank you very much.
That's a great question.
That's a very good
Thank
question.
you.
You want to know a cool story? So I didn't know that Jango Fett got his head chopped off until I watched the movie. So when I picked up that helmet, I had no idea what I was doing. George came into the costume room after one of the takes or scenes, and he's like, "Hey, where's Boba Fett?" And I was getting like out of the little pajama costume I was in, and he's like, "Put him back in. I need him for one scene." So we went in, me, him, and two camera guys. He hands me Jango's helmet. He picks it up as we're on our way out, hands it to me. He's like, "I want you to lift it up to your head, meet it halfway, and then kind of nod when you hit the helmet."
Show us how you did it. Show us. Give us action.
Well,
action. Give us
it's funny
some
because when you
drama
see
here.
him teaching me, he's
That's
like
it.
this,
That's it.
right?
Action.
But I did it like this, like I was squatting for a number 2, like.
Well, let's not do that. Let's cut that bit out, please.
Okay, go back to the knee. So, as I'm lifting it, I meet it, and I nod the head. And that's when you want to say, "Oh." So, what happened was I saw it in the movie theater, right? We were in the
There
premiere.
was a moving moment in that whole movie.
And the greatest thing is when everyone else went, "Oh," I went, "Yes!" Because I didn't know he got his head chopped off until I watched the movie. And then I got asked later on by like the guys, the interviewers, like, "Why'd you cheer when your dad got his head chopped off?" I said, "Well, now I'm the baddest bounty hunter in the galaxy." But
You're going to come and get revenge, right?
well, it was meant to, but what I've been told was that Samuel L. Jackson didn't want to be killed by no punk kid, and I just happened to be that punk kid. Did you guys know there's a story of Boba Fett killing Mace Windu?
I did not.
Half and half. So basically, the storyline was meant to be that I was meant to have another arena scene in Revenge of the Sith, and that we were going to have an arena like Jango Fett and Boba Fett. He was going to come at me like he came at you, but I'd already seen this from a rock above and saw
That's right.
down.
That's right.
And so I jump on my back with your jetpacks. I start flying upside down, or like on my back along the ground, against the ground. And as he's coming towards me, I pull out your 2 pistols and I shoot him between the stomach.
Well,
Well, this
I didn't
punk
see
kid
those
didn't get a
scenes.
chance to do it.
I didn't see those scenes.
Yeah, they're on the internet. His George's sketches.
That is fantastic.
Yeah, and then I was meant to have a great battle against Cad Bane, but then Disney bought it and they didn't want to advertise killing, or kids killing. So
Okay, how's our time doing?
Yeah.
I think we have time for this
Great question.
last question right here.
Gee, that's a Rolex. Where'd you get that from, son?
From all my child support.
Thailand,
From all
Thailand.
my child support payments. Thank you, Dad.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah. So how was it work with Rosa Dawson?
Oh, it was great. Yeah, she was amazing. Oh, wait, that question's for you.
Who's that?
Rosario Dawson. How was it working with Rosario? She played Ahsoka. What about Ming Na Wen?
Yes, I had a great time working with Ming Na Wen. She was just fantastic to work with, very professional, very, very good actor, well trained, would do her own stunts. Yeah, very good. Very, very good. I didn't do much with Rosario, but I was in, what was that, Obi-Wan show? Was it called Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
That was me. I was that broken down trooper. One of the highlights of that whole series, I thought. And then I had another little part in Ashoka. Captain Rex turned up and said, "Move it, move it, move it!" And another great feature of that whole show as well.
Yep.
So, yeah. So, at least they're still coming.
Yeah.
They're still coming.
Maybe there'll be more. Well, yes. Well, I think that is all the time we have.
Is that all the time we
Yes.
have? Man, I want to thank you guys.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Hang on, let's ask the pirate. What is your question for Tim?
I guess.
Well, from the heart, it's an honor to meet both of you.
It's Johnny Depp. What the hell? Sorry, Johnny.
I have a small request for you.
Small request.
That beautiful lady back there in the pirate hat, we got married this year, and we've grown up watching you guys. And it's her birthday today, so I wonder if in your native language, could you honor her with a happy birthday from your native language?
Beautiful.
Go ahead, Tim.
Hari huri to kia koe. Hari huri to kia koe. Happy birthday, dear
Liz.
Liz?
Liz. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you, guys.
Oh, well. That's good, buddy. That's very good, mate. You're going to get some action tonight.
And I greatly appreciate it.
Okay, we better get out of here. Thank you, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you. For Tim Morrison and Daniel Logan, everybody.